Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Story Nook. It is 12 in the morning on Thursday morning before I have to leave and go to a relative's wedding. But aside from that, I woke up at 12. Well, I woke up at 11 to my husband coming to bed, and I was just like, I'm so thirsty. And it took until 12 sounds like for me to get up. And then I'm spotting, so I'm gonna be uncomfortable no matter what. And I can't sleep, and I don't have anything set to go up this Friday. So we're gonna read Sonic the comic. We're gonna read the Fleetway Sonic comics. As I know, I began reading these years ago, but it has been so long since I've read them. And I've noticed, like, I've seen a lot of people, they'll, like, do, like, live readings of the Archie Sonic comic books. And I get it. Archie was one of the longest running Sonic comics. And I think it's still technically the longest one. But, hey, I want to read the British version. And I also want to read the other ones. Last time I read the French version of Sonic, at least the first issue that was fan translated, so we're gonna move forward with reading the first issue of Sonic the comic. So we have Sharper Than a Cyber Razor Cut. It's Sonic the Hedgehog #1 every fortnight. So it came out May 29th, 1993. In Europe, they put the day before the month and then the year. The UK's official Sega comic. It costs 95 pence, and I apologize to all of you in the UK. I don't know what pence translates to in American currency. Yeah. But what it translates to in like today's money, which conversion rate was probably different back then, but it transfers to $1.28. How awesome would that be? Because when I started buying the single issues of the comics, they were like $4 each. They were pricey. And we have first mega issue starring the world's most famous blue hedgehog and the Sega superstars. Shinobi, action with the Master Ninja. Golden Axe, which was a very fun game I played all the time on the Sega Genesis. I loved going and like being able to get the dragon to ride. Might and Magic in a Savage World, and more. All new, all action stories inside with a Sega Mega CD and lots more. Plus the Mega News, reviews, and tips zones. So, while this is Sonic the Comic, officially published by Sega, we also have other things to pertain with the Sega license. There's tip zones and such, and reviews. And the artwork for this, I do like it. It is reminiscent of like the Sonic style that I know that was very common on a lot of the box art over here in the States for Sonic. And with this line here, it also reminds me of some of like the 90s Sonic cartoons. Also, this came out I'm born in May. However, this is a year before I am born. I'm a 94 child. So this is fun, and I look forward to eventually seeing if there's an issue that they have dated coming out on my birthday. I also like that they dated the date it came out as. Like that's not something I see on the American comic books, is like the date of its release on the cover to know like when it came out. So I do like that. So we're gonna zoom into this. This is Control Zone. I like our little robot guy. Your online guide to the sensational world of Sega and Sonic the Comic, hosted by Megadroid. I believe that's this guy. Welcome screen. Hey Sonic Boomers. Years before the Sonic Boom game came out. I think that's hilarious. Welcome to the first ever issue of Sonic the Comic, Britain's brand new Sega-powered comic. Stay cool, things are about to get seriously intense. Prepare to experience the hottest comic on the video game scene. Every fortnight, your favorite Sega video game characters will come to life in all new comic strip adventures. It all starts here with Shinobi, the Legend of Golden Axe, and of course our megastar, the world-famous Sonic the Hedgehog. What do you mean, who? And Fortnite, I believe, is every other week, I believe. That's what Fortnite means. We don't use Fortnite here a lot in our everyday lexicon here in America, but I believe Fortnite is every other week. Let me check. Fortnite definition. Yeah, period of 2 weeks, so bi-weekly. Fortnite just sounds cooler than bi-weekly. Like, I'm hi. But it's fun. Like, Fortnite just sounds cooler, but I also know, like, there's a game called Fortnite. So if you go around saying it releases every fortnight, people might get confused with the games. I've met a lot of people who just, they can't, their reading comprehension is bad, and I'm like, I need you to actually read. That's not all. There are features, combos, and fabulous free gifts, like the brilliant set of stickers attached to this issue's front cover. Where are you going to stick yours? Then there's me, Megadroid. I'm your host for this and every issue of Sonic the Comic. I'll be taking you to whole new levels of video game excitement. We're talking big time here, boomers. Oh yeah, this is the Control Zone, your launching pad to the Sega Superstars. Scope it out every 2 weeks for the hottest information, charts, and Sega news. And so here they say every 2 weeks, so that confirms that this means Fortnite. So even if, like, I didn't have access to a dictionary or the internet to look up the word Fortnite, you continue reading and sometimes you'll get the information you were looking for previously. Fun little reading skills of using what's around to get meanings of words you don't always know. It's a very nice skill, and I hope that even with my ramblings, it helps y'all reading comprehend more, because even I struggle with some reading comprehension, and I've been reading for years. And I want to hear from you. Communicate with me on what you think about Sonic the Comic, Sonic himself, or anything Sega. I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship, Megadroid. And it says, calling all hotshots in our next section. High scores, power players, arcade aces, Sonic the Comic wants to hear from you. StC will soon be featuring a regular high scores section in which you can show off how good a hotshot you are. Not only that, but stand by the mega challenge. How well do you think you can do at a designated game against the clock? We'll find out. Street Fighter 2 on the Mega Drive. Will this be a mega challenge game? And here we've got editor Richard Borton, design Claire Gilmore, and publisher Chris Power. And it says published every other Saturday by Fleetway Editions, Ltd. I can't really read that. Egmont House? That looks like an E. 25 out of 31. Okay, so that's an address. That's their telephone number. Do not call that. That place probably does not have that same number. I do not know if Fleetway Editions or Fleetway Comics is still up and running in the UK. But you'll often hear Sonic the Comic be referred to as Fleetway Sonic as well. So enjoy that. So this is like their address, covers printed by this company, orientation, blah, 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 and copyrights and phone numbers for other places. How to use this comic. Instructions for activating Sonic the Comic. I love how they're just like, here's how you use it. And I love like this layout of just how everything is. We have like these little symbols over here that I'm going to get to in a minute. Your favorite Sega superstars as you've never seen them before. In eye-sizzling comic strip form, go beyond the game into all new levels of action and excitement. Join Sonic the Hedgehog in a full-length, complete story in every issue. Marvel at the continuing exploits of Shinobi, Golden Axe, and Wonder Boy in the weeks ahead. And after that, well, that would be telling. 2. Run the zones. Sonic the Comic brings you the fastest news, reviews, and tips service available. We're out every 2 weeks. Enter the news zone, the review zone, and even the mysterious Q zone to become the best informed Sega player around. 3. Give up data. Or data. You can say it either way. Get into the Sonic the Comic in a big way. We desperately want your input. Send in your high scores, letters, and drawings. Take part in the Mega Challenge. Enter the Great Combos. And win Mega Prizes. I don't know what Great Combos is at this moment. I wonder if Combos is like a abbreviated form of competitions. Scoop out the mighty data strip inside the back cover. Fill it in neatly. I love how like they put dashes to like emphasize, hey, neatly. And have your say in the future of Britain's first Sega-powered comic. Because like you did have to like handwrite everything, so being able to write legibly was very important. I know one of my relatives, he was in the Navy and they had them write everything in uppercase letters. The Sega charts. Top 10 chart action for all Sega systems. Check out your favorite games of every issue. So this is up, down, non-mover, new entry, and re-entry. Mega Drive. PGA Tour Golf. Road Rash 2. Echo the Dolphin. Streets of Rage 2. It went down, I guess, in popularity or something. Tiny Toons Buster's Treasure. I did have a Tiny Toon game. Oh, Mega Drive is the Genesis, so I had this game. I also had Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Lemmings, Megalomania, World of Illusion, and European Club Soccer. So on my Mega Drive or Sega Genesis, however you want to say it, I did have the Tiny Toons game. I had Streets of Rage 2, and I had Sonic 2. I had these 3 right here that are 4 through 6, which I find hilarious. And I also remember we had a Barbie game on the Mega Drive, or was the Barbie game on the Nintendo? I know I had Aladdin on the Genesis. We had Aladdin and Lion King on the Genesis. Master System. Mickey Mouse 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Lemmings, Tasmania. Wimbledon's Tennis, Darius 2, California Games, G-Log, Double Dragon, the Ninja. And then Game Gear. I think Game Gear was like the handheld Sonic game. Like, not Sonic game, but Sega system. Yeah, so Game Gear was a handheld one. And then the Master System. Yeah, so the one I had, looking at the pictures, I had Mega Drive. Game Gear, I don't think any of us had, but we start with Sonic 2, Lemmings, Streets of Rage, Tasmania, Super Kickoff, Super Off-Road, Batman Returns. Oh, they had a Batman game? That's awesome. Prince of Persia, Donald Ducks, and Axe Battler. So Sonic 2 was actually the first Sonic game I had. So nice to know it came out before I was born. Very interesting. But yeah, what was your first Sonic game? I'm curious for everyone here what their first Sonic game is. So here we go. We have our first page of Sonic the Comic. I love this kind of like shape they have behind Sonic's name with the red and yellow outline, which was very common for Sonic, I feel like, in certain European versions of the logo. I don't know about Japanese because I haven't explored that much of that side of the early Sonic franchise. Enter Sonic, the planet Mobius, Green Hill Zone. We got a loop-de-loop here, some mountains. We got Sonic running. I love how, like, he looks like so fat and pudgy. Look at how fat and pudgy he looks. I'm clipping that. Excuse me while I just... not good enough. He just looks so fat and adorable, and I love it. I'm saving that. And he comes through, and we have swing. Free, thanks, Sonic, little chicken. But I love how, like, as he's going through and he, like, we have these action lines to show that he hit this. And even, like, the Motobug looks shocked as it's coming apart. But, like, we have him running, and then we have this shape that shows he was in ball form. Oh, we have this right here. I didn't realize. Script. Alan McKenzie. Art. Anthony Williams. And our lettering is by Tom Frame. Your last name is Frame, sir. You were born to work in the arts. And I appreciate you. Thank you for being our letterer. Because something like, if you are in the computer age, you're used to the lettering all being done by a computer, so like typing and everything. Back in the day, the lettering was hand done. I don't know when most places switched to digital lettering, but these letters right here and all this written, that is, somebody inked all of that by hand. So everyone praise Tom for his legible handwriting, the fact that it's nice, clear, easy to read. Thank you, Tom. Elsewhere, a sinister figure watches. We had Buzz Bomber and Sonic on this TV. How expiring! That hard-boiled blue Blair has escaped my badniks again! I love this already. Have I told y'all that I love puns? I'm not sure how often I've told you I love puns, but I love puns. I adore them. But I, Dr. Robotnik, genius extraordinary, have a plan to fix that meddling hedgehog for good. Not to mention, conquer the world. He looks so evil and menacing, but like cartoonish here, and I adore it. Also, they went with the Japanese Eggman Robotnik design compared to like what we have in North America, which I don't know if I noticed during my first read of this back in, I feel like I read Sonic the comic, I was homeless and reading it online like I am now through fan websites, so it would have been middle school when I would have began reading and trying to read every issue and remember which issue I was on. So that's fun, because like we would go to the library where, not the library, but like the bookstore. So like Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that, because like they had like a cafe section. And I would read books there, or I would be online on the laptop. I remember a lot of the times, like, my mom would be on the laptop sometimes, and she would just be playing Facebook games like Cafe World and such. She was addicted to those for a good long minute. Like, she was so addicted, she took over my Facebook to play this game because she didn't have friends or enough friends for her Cafe World. But I remember, like, when I was on the laptop, I would be reading Sonic the comic. I was reading that for a brief period. I would be watching like other random animes off of YouTube because they were uploaded there in parts. I would be I would go to my papa's and I would mass scan all my artwork. And so I would put that in my email, and then I would go and download it to the laptop. So like ink it digitally or whatnot when I began doing that. Because like I was hand drawing like little animations and artwork. So yeah. Oh my god. The layout. Love a square with this big old image that kind of like goes out of the page, spewing wings everywhere. This square, and then we've got Sonic running off the panel. Very nice page layout. Not only will my new invention crush Sonic into a million bitty hedgehog nuggets, not only will it pollute the atmosphere of Mobius for thousands of years. As he's rushing outside. His tank, I love that it's... Oh, this is vacuuming up the rings, not spewing them out. But it will never need refueling because it runs off the golden rings of Mobius. My engine of destruction is unstoppable. Ah, there zooms the little blue speedball now. Exactly on time. Oh yeah, this is Sonic right here on the screen. I love that they utilize like the ground texture from the games here. Very much checkboards. And this is it, Eggman's dashboard. Heard about Robotnik's machine. Shouldn't take me too much time to put a stop to it. And Sonic is zooming forward in his beautiful colors. I don't know why we have this blue kind of like around his pupil, his iris. That is a choice. And I do not know why that choice was made. But here we have our full page. Our activate button. You can see how like the yellow coloring got on the gloves here. That happens every once in a while with coloring, because I feel like this was... It looks based off like the colors, like it was colored in with marker, and I like that vibe of it. Have to delay the hedgehog. Give my creation time to reach full power. My badnik army should keep him busy. We got a little pig, bat, buzz bomber, motobot, this guy. I recognize most of these guys, even though I don't know their name. Badnik attack. Gotta be careful. Some of my best friends are powering up those no-goods. But up, pop, pop. Hey, it's Sonic! Quick, stop him! Warn him! Sonic, hey, hold it, stop. I like that we see our main four, like, dudes to free. Somebody call me? I really love this pose right here. I just like how this panel looks. It amuses me, it's cute. Don't go, it's a trap. Robotnik's machine will eat you up. He's waiting for you up ahead. And I love that we have Sonic doing like the classic Sonic pose that is on every Sonic thing. And he looks So adorably pudgy. I look how they just drew this and then circle buddy. It's great. I love it. Oh, yeah? Well, I'll be there before he knows it. Oh, no, he already knows you're coming. Once again, this blue outline around the irises. I wonder if that's just a scanning choice. He hasn't reckoned with the world's fastest hedgehog. Suddenly, heap! Rockfall! Air attack. Spin attack. Bup. Ba-dup. Bup. And then whoop. Pew. We got bird, 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 more birds. Spike trap, can't stop. Bet robot. But up. What? Porker Lewis. Ah, so this is our first sign of Porker Lewis. He looks very different from what I remember him looking like. But it's because it's been a while. And he has green outlines on his irises. In trouble again, I see. Shoop. Yep. Let's be more careful next time, kid. Pachow! He's my hero! Seconds later. Zoom. Bingo, looks like Robotnik's messy work. All the rings being funneled into this big old tank. Too late, Spikeball. Looks like it's game over for your precious rings. And you. His face is just full of so much anger and malice. But it gives Joker vibes because look at him in that classic design. Okay, this is Newt. Like neutral. Neuterino, accelerator, dead ahead. No time for subtlety. Super spin attack. Sonic hits the machine with the force of a cannon shell. We don't see him exit the machine. Look at it. And all of its... I love how, like, we've got it, like, going around and we have, like, these black dust clouds and it's in these very much darker shades than what everything else in the world is around. The effect is shattering. Zack. Double blast that blue boar. Doesn't he have any respect for property? Never mind, I have an even bigger surprise for him. Another threat dealt with. How do I do it? Yay, Sonic! Way to go, Sonic! Let's party! No time, guys. Looking for Tails. Haven't heard from him in days. Got a feeling he's in big trouble. Gotta go, see you around. There he goes again. He never does stay for the party. Next issue, caught like a fox. So Tails shows up in the next issue here. So now we've got our review zone, which is page 9 of 30 in this document. So that's fun. Enter the zones that bring you up to the nanosecond reviews of all the new set releases for the Sega game systems. Tom and Jerry game type action, 1 player. Cat and mouse action with the famous cartoon double act. Jerry has grabbed a map off Tom and dashed away to find treasure. You, as Tom, must chase after him to reclaim the map. You journey across 5 different stages: home, city, the ship, deserted island, labyrinth, and the final extra stage in your endeavor to catch Jerry. Tom has to avoid nasty traps triggered by Jerry and carefully time leaps onto and across collapsing ledges. Very precise moves are needed to catch up with Jerry, and you always have to think that one step ahead to avoid being frazzled. Nasties to watch out for and avoid include fish, cans, moles, and mushrooms. Tom and Jerry has some of the best cartoon graphics ever seen on an 8-bit machine and an original game style. Artificial intelligence makes Jerry move in response to Tom and ensures that every game is that little bit different than the last. Tony Takeuchi. Fast facts. Publisher price: Sega, £24.99, I believe is what this symbol means. Graphics 80, sound 55, playability 70. Graves, gorgeous to look at and fun to play. Graves, strange control system is off-putting. Overall 70%. And then we've got MD Mega Drive, MCD Mega CD, Master System, and the Game Gear. What I had would be the MD, because that's what's translated to the Genesis over in the US. Sonic the Comic rating system. Under 40, Yawnsville. 40 to 7, Normalsville. 70 to 80%, Fun City. 80 to 90, Big Time City. Over 90, Mega City. Oh, see, there's screenshots from the game. We've got Bookshop. We have Tom with Sonic posters in the background of a stage. That's funny. We've got the restaurant and what looks like home. Big yawns. I think my body's finally starting to get tired at 1 o'clock. Road Avenger. Game type, driving, 1 player. And this is on the Mega CD. That's on Game Gear. This game will drive you crazy. You have to battle against scum, secret criminal underground movement, who have been off wreaking havoc in your city. As an off-duty cop, you have to do your darndest to get them off the streets and get the city back to normal. Your mission takes you across 9 different scenes. This is a thumping rock soundtrack that will pump your socks off, especially if routed through your hi-fi system. Special surround sound effects really make you feel you are there, with tires screeching and explosions to your left and right. Visually, there are over 30 minutes of animated scenes with in-your-face close-ups and over-the-shoulder driving perspectives. The action in this cartoon animated game is controlled by pressing the D-pad or buttons at the relevant screen prompts. If your timing is out, so are you in a spectacular crash scene. Tony Takeuchi. Oh, we must have several pages of this. The other one didn't have pictures with it. But this is the Mega Drive. This is the Flintstones game, which I do not recall having it. Fast Facts publisher. Okay, we have 2 different ones. Oh, this must be the driving one. I don't know which of these. Okay, so this is for the driving and this is for the Flintstones. So this was $39.99, so it's the Flintstones one. Graphics 75, 80, and then 85 playability. Playability was 80, sound 80, and graphics were 85. Graves' heart-pounding action just sucks you into the game. Graves' only 9 levels, frustrating timing of some moves. So overall 75. Stunning, looks better. Stunning looker with great playability is the Raves for Flintstones. My body's forgetting how to breathe again. Graves, a little on the easy side for the experienced player. So that's overall 85. But it looks like the summary of these games is written by Tony for all of these so far. But Flintstones. I feel like I would remember if I had Flintstones, but I don't. There was an X-Men game. It's 70. And then we have James Bond The Duel. It got a 79. Look at these pictures. So that was Mega Drive and Mega Drive. And this is Shinobi. So I do want to read the Shinobi part, I think. But I'm also feeling tired. But we're only halfway through what is this first issue of Sonic the Comic. And I don't know if the Shinobi bits and Sonic like ever cross over or not. A Shinobi, The Fear Pavilion, Part 1. Iwakari Province, Japan. In a sequestered garden, a little figure glides silently over the high wall. You see how, like, they distinctively drew these days. We got him. Must make cool stance. His name is Joe Musashi, and he seeks out members of the Neoseed, a sinister clan of assassins. Roar. Read. He has pledged himself to cleansing their evil from the face of the earth. Our script is by Alan McKenzie, who did the script for the Sonic part. Art is by John Howard, that's a different person. And lettering is by Ellie DeVille. And neither man nor beast may stand in his way. You just landed in this garden and now we're throwing grappling hooks. Only his mission matters. John Howard. That says John Howard. And some stuff in Japanese, I don't know. I don't know this one, but this 1993. So that's 1993. That might be the sign for year. But interesting that that's what that says. And the reason, like, I know these are numbers is because I took Chinese and then my sister was learning Japanese off Duolingo. And she showed me, it's like, oh yeah, the numbers are the same. They're just pronounced differently. So I don't know how they're pronounced in English other than, I think it's Ichi. Yeah, Ichi ni? Is ni too? I don't remember. I know what it is in Chinese, it's just not Japanese. Ooh, they did really nice on this texturing here. He scales the roof of the ornamental pagoda. Look at him. Going up there. Look, he's even going so high, he's going above the clouds and the trees. Clink. Clink. The night holds its breath. Nothing stirs at his passing. I do like these borders. They're very pretty, especially on like the all black pages with mostly black borders. There are two guys standing here. So complete is his Harigari. Harigay? It's got a star. A ninja's radar. Okay. His enemies fail to sense his nearness. I like how they're like lit in this blue for the moonlight. Just sneaking up on him. Ahem. Yep. Until it's too late. Whap! Just chin hit. And then we've got these border lines, which indicates strong attack. Somebody may be dead. Swip. Chunk. Angry glare, very intense. Wonk. And though his enemies strive to kill him, swoop, chunk. He fights only in defense, avoiding the loss of life. How are you supposed to cleanse the area if they still live to pollute and be bad assassinate people? I don't know. For to kill indiscriminately would make him no different from those he battles, that is true. He walks down the ladder. Or it might not be shift change. Yet though Musashi has only contempt for the way of the Neo-Seed, he doesn't underestimate their skill. Swords, some shurikens, some spiky spears. Dummies that were used for practice. Hello, scarecrows. Even the lowest foot soldiers of the clan train hard to improve their techniques. I do not understand what you're doing. Oh, you're just trying to drop from the stairs and be cool. Okay, yeah, so he just went whip over the stairs to land. His name is Musashi, and his life has been spent preparing for this moment. You will tell me where the girl is, now. Next issue, in Battle Joined. Also, I think this is the first time I noticed he's essentially wearing a thong for whatever reason, and I do not know why, and I don't know why I'm just now realizing it on this page. It's the Sleep Delirium New Zone Street Fighting Corn. Souped Up Street Fighter 2 meets Mega Drive. Smooth news too. Mega Drive and Mega CD get sleek new look. So this is talking about these guys, which I actually don't know much about. So it's talking about how it's got new design features and like some other stuff. So we have Short Burst, Anything for Love, Hard Copy Hero, Zone Hangers. Hail to the champs. UK Sega champ makes it a double header. Do-do-do. Finalists of the starting grid. Some of this is hard to read. Okay, so these are Sonic game books for Sonic 2. Because I've seen this cover before, and I didn't know what it was. Oh, look, we have Golden Axe. Which is a game I really enjoyed playing. This one is written by Mark Isles, art is by Mike White, and lettering is by Alita Fell. The Legend of the Golden Axe. When the dwarf Helios Thunderhead, the barbarian axe battler, and the Amazon Tigri Flare defeated the evil Emperor Dark Guild and returned the sacred golden axe to the king of Uria, they thought their troubles to be at an end. Citadel of Dead Souls, Part 1. Oh no, how do we get into these situations? I'm ready for trouble. Well, I ain't, it's lunchtime. I love how he's like, I just want to eat my food, sir. Strike brothers! We have our lizard men. I do remember playing as you and you. We never played as this barbarian. We played as Dwarf Axeman and then this hot lady. Which might explain why I really do like men of this type. I like the pudgy, big men. I have a type, and I like beards. And yet I played as this man all the time. This explains a lot about me, actually, now that I am older and looking back at these things. Here, lizard chops. Have a rat burger. Oh, that's an actual rat in his sandwich. Can't you see I'm trying to do some shopping here, you creeps? Oh, why is the lady always shopping? We stabbed him. I think you also stabbed your friend by mistake. Swish! Huh? Shuck. Hey, I just realized. There's no need to waste a perfectly good rat burger. Sir, please don't eat food off the ground. Sir, please don't eat food off the ground. Hold, enough of your childish prattle. Minotaurs take the brute and the dwarf, hurt them, but leave them alive. I'll take care of Kyrus Flare. Oh, lizard lady. Oh, we have Boreman. Oh, I also remember you, I think. The dragons I rode were purple. Looks bad. Use low-level spells. Power of fire, I command thee. Power of air, I command thee. Power of earth, I command thee. I remember us using the fire magic a lot. I think it's because we didn't get that far into the game playing as kids. We played for short spurts, and the game had no save future. So we would just start over from the beginning. Is that the best you can do? Your magic is weak. Minotaurs, repel attack. Shakush, shakush. Poof. Her, Jorf, play a game. Crack. Oh, he's talking about baseball. Thud, got any better ideas, Ty? Axe, get up. This is not the time to... He's dead, Tyrus. Never mind. You and that short one will do. Oh, he fell. I don't think a rock to the head is going to kill him. He probably has a concussion. And maybe a traumatic brain injury. Probably not from just a rock, but from other battles. Tyrus launched into her somersault kick. Whoosh! Phew! Hiya! What oomph! Followed by the double jump slash. Which I like how they call it the double jump slash, because they're just like, hey, this is how you're going to do that in the game. Roar! Crash! This poor potter who made all these pots, they're just like, shit, now what am I going to do to make money? But, demons of serpents, I command you, give life to yon ropes. Lady with her sickle sigh as this man rams into a minotaur that has dropped his lance. So they may bind our foes. Huh? What, huh? I can't move! Gorgon's armpit. Trust a sorceress to pick on a defenseless soul like me. Sir, you were just ramming into this minotaur. I don't think you're that defenseless. But granted, you were also trying to eat food off the ground. Moments later, I am Regia Mortius, captain of the Sorcerer Black Spells Elite Guard. Never heard of the Drongo, so who's the rope charmer? Hey, put me down. I get nosebleeds. You have a vile tongue, short one. I am old Tima, disciple of Sorcerer Blackspell, the great necromancer. Your name is a pun on ultimate. You are alive only because you have the honor of being useful to him. Axe, they're leaving him behind. You ask me, the big lump's better off. We're in some serious doo-doo. Some hours later. I'm hungry. Got any beetle soup? Stuffed mice? Welcome to the Citadel of Dead Souls. No, but I know where I can get some fried lizard. He's gonna fry you up and feed you to the dwarf. I wonder if that's the same Minotaur. Yeah, it looks like the same Minotaur. He's wearing yellow. He just doesn't have his shoulder pads. At the door. Within the Citadel, the Sanctum Sanctorium of Sorcerer Blackspell holds a chilling surprise. The Golden Axe! So how do we figure in the grand plan, Sorcerer? So how do we figure in this grand plan, Sorcerer? Ah, Tyre's Flare, the symbol of power in the Urian lands and beyond. It was stolen from me, from the King of Uria. With it I shall create an empire. Oh look, the dwarf should be happy. There's more rats to eat. And a crow. Gaze into my scrying pool. Gilead's Thunderhead, watch as one of you thought dead is prepared for new life. He will lead my conquering armies once one of you who killed him is sacrificed to awaken his soul. By all the gods, Tyrus, it's dark gold. You are truly mad, Blackspell. Dark gold serves no one. Return him to life and he'll have your brains for breakfast. Our deaths will be pointless. Back at the village, the warrior looks dead. What do we do with him? Burn him. Nah, let's grind his bones to feed the animals. Next issue, into the catacombs. As our poor Golden Axe guy just lies dead. This is the Q zone. Q is for question, Q is for query, Q is for quandary. Enter the Q zone for hints, tips, and help with your favorite Sega games. This is about Golden Axe 2, which is the one I played a lot, Revenge of the Shinobi. And we got codes and tips. This one, Road Rash. This one's for Sonic. This is about get a Game Genie. If not, why not? Got a Mega Drive, then you'll find these new codes mega useful. Start with 99 lives. Ah, that's great. Each ring worth 80 plus rings. Each ring worth 25,000 plus ring. Mega Jump. Need one ring to become Supersonic. I love that there's 2 codes for that. Well, that's great. And then there's Streets of Rage codes. And there's tips for a game called Alien 3, but no picture for it. And then we have special sneak preview section. A hint of comic action coming soon to Sonic the comic specifically. So we have these people. Axel, Blaze, Max. They quit a corrupt police force to bring justice to the dangerous streets of a city gone bad. Find out how it all began in this all-new series based on the mega-selling games. Major new series starring Sonic the Comic number 7, Streets of Rage. I guess that's the plot of Streets of Rage. I didn't remember it. I just remember playing Streets of Rage a lot. Sneak peek, Kid Chameleon also coming in issue 7. Berserker, Red Stealth, Maxine, and Cyclone, and more. Meet the kid who knows them all because he is all of them. Meet Kid Chameleon. Join KC as he dons the special helmets that turn him into amazing heroes. Watch as he enters the virtual world of Wildside to rescue his kidnapped pals. Wonder Boy. New series begins next issue. Miss at your own peril. He's escaped the dragon's trap, defeated Monster World, but can Wonder Boy survive Demon World? Find out as Shion battles Grimoman, the demon lord who's out to recruit workers for his evil schemes in Demon World. Got a favorite game character you like to see in his own Sonic the Comic series? Drop a line to Mega Droid or fill in the special data strip in the back of this issue. So it's like, hey, any other games you want to see picked up in this comic, let us know. We got speed lines. What's in this? Dash off to a letter, draw, quick, sketch. In short, let everyone know what you like or loathe about Sonic the Comic. Send your letters or drawings to this address. Write your name, address, and Sega system clearly. Remember, every letter and drawing printed wins a Sega sensational surprise. Sonic the Story. Dear Sonic, I have written you a story. Okay, so this is from like a kid age 6. Lost in the Dinosaurs. Cheap enough to chomp. Dear Sonic the Comic. Wow, great, mega. So, Sega badge winner. Manchester. I'm not gonna read these, but look, somebody's artwork. Ian's Brothers Game Gear, drawn by Ian Cummings from Essex. Get printed and win a prize. I like that it's like, hey, if we print your letter, we'll also send you like a little prize. That's cute. And then next issue, it just gets better. Introducing Wonder Boy plus Sonic the Comic. Meet Robo Fox, Shinobi, Legend of the Golden Axe. Bonus, your free Sonic the Comic badge. Sonic the Comic number 2, only 95 stamps. And this is the data strip where you can fill out stuff. And you can also rate the comic. And this is the end of that issue. So let me know what you thought about my reading. This was an hour. I got distracted, but also there's a lot in these pages. But it's also like split up. And I'm tired. Maybe I'll actually be able to go sleep. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm very excited to go to this wedding. I will not be able to record or edit, but I will have my phone on me to check the analytics. I also just realized this chapter 10 school has been up this whole time. That is the title for the last thing I read, which was I'd rather have a cat than a harem. So thank you all for being here. Please ignore that chapter title. It's embarrassing now. But many thanks to my lovely Patreon and Ko-fi supporters: Kaleidoscope Chick, Tweet Tea Cakes, Axel1154, Cassie G, Jealous DS, Axel Alcaraz, Semi-Random Sevens, and Micah. If y'all would like your names written in the credits, support me on either of those. I will happily read your name. I've been writing and self-publishing my short stories as ebooks, so those are available. There's a new one available called Breakfast. It is about Sam, who is a potter. He was sick, and his boyfriend, who they haven't like established the boyfriend relationship title, makes him breakfast. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I think the cramps are starting, but I am gonna go try to lay down for the next couple hours because I have to wake up at 4 and make sure everything is in the car to leave. So yeah, you're all lovely, you're all awesome. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, all that good jazz. Bye.